Back at Grove Cemetery. Good morning, happy Sunday. Roby 1, Mobile Roble, out here in Phoenixville, Connecticut, part of Eastford. And it's a beautiful day in New England. And everyone, as I was coming in, these towns are very work hard type of people out here, blue collar. Everyone's working on the farm. You see black Angus cows running around. Listen to Chris Cornell is on the radio. He can rest in peace too, and always in our hearts. I am the highway. Can be a more fitting song for Mobile Roble. And as we roll up on the anniversary of Molly Bish, which is next Tuesday, the new moon is Monday, and the 27th this year is on a Tuesday. Just like the year she was abducted, it only cycles through so many years. I'll get into that in a minute, but let's take a real good look at this and all the symbology on O'Keefe. I noticed right there it says something too. Not all, see it? 1888. Look at that. It's well crafted. Fanciful. Wonder what something like this would cost. This looks like, I'd say that's original. It's got the white stone with the gray in it. The yarn's nice too. Harriet, his wife. Now when I came to this graveyard, I didn't realize there'd be so much symbology here. I thought it would be kind of a plain Jane, but I was wrong. F.H. O'Keefe entered into rest. It's weird how they put entered, as if he didn't die. That's the first time I've seen that, where it says entered. Little Lou. Someone knocked the head off of the lamb. Could be a child. Take a look at this obelisk, because it's a red stone. I'm not a stone expert, and I should get more into it. At least with the graveyard styles. But some people say this is sandstone. This is a similar color of the stones of the brick buildings they do when they make the pillars. And at the top of that, that's pretty interesting right there. Look at that. That's definitely got a hint of England in it. Huldah Mumford, daughter of Jonathan Nichols, PT, captain it says, and widow of Jeremiah Mumford. Born 1775, died 1855. Alright, so this woman has, my guess is, an important part of history. She was a member of the M.E. Church. More than 60 years, her religious experience commencing with days of Lee and Asbury. She often heard these men preach and was always ready to entertain them at her home. She died in full hope of blessed immortality, erected by her sons. On That Liberty and Franklin Skinner. Something of 27th of May. It's tough to see. You know, the sun's more or less comes out of the east. If we can't even see it, but man, you can feel it. It's like 81 degrees out here. We're gonna go through the rest of this as Graveyard Tales Return Season 5. And here's a symbol we've seen before that you'll see with Masonic value on all the old homes. You'll see a fashionable symbol like that, and there's different styles of it. It almost looks like a sea creature with eyes. This one ain't holding out that good at all for how new it is. I've said it before, and we've got into debate with the town graveyard guy who makes the stones in my town. Now look at that a little closer. Look at that. Now look at right here. They look like horns. And then right there's those little breather things I'm talking about. This ain't just some fanciful thing. This is something else. Willard Lion. Now Lion's a big name we've seen over in Southbridge too. Look at that. That's nice too. You don't see that too often. Now the moon Wednesday night, the first day of summer, was the fingernail moon with the light coming from the diagonally right top. But down below it was a star, and it was there all night. When I got home after I did the dishes, I was gonna go out there and get some footage of it, but I don't know if where my section is, where I live, you can't see it. I drove around, tried to find the moon. It was gone at that point. Does that moon have something to do with the astrological theory behind Molly Bish's death, as Mindshock claimed there was one? And does that star only come on the cycle when the 27th is on a Tuesday? And I haven't looked to see how many years that cycle goes, but we're at like 22 years as the anniversary is this year. Look at this. Look at how it's cracked down there. Water does that, you think? Patrick Carpenter, MD. Uriah. Yeah, I think the closest we're gonna find to 1700 is like the mid 1700s. And this is the sector I showed you before when we were here last time. That guy's got mad flags. It wasn't like that before, so let's take a peek. Fireman. What's this one say? Oh yeah. Nice. Oh yeah. All military men. Thanks for serving, bud. It's a long life. Man, the sun is strong right now. These are the kind of stones the military will give you too. I can just picture the funeral now, envision it, because I've been to a military funeral where they shoot the guns. That's really pretty. Look at that. I brought my trace paper today. After I'm done with this, I'm gonna get that water at Eastern Star. I believe I seen an odd fellow over here too. Spink. Now that is a cagey name. Slay. Now that is odd. You tell me that isn't odd. A lot of pine trees out here on the way out here. People hate on Connecticut, but if you ain't out here, you don't understand how nice it is. Some more nickels. The Dodgers, as that name is in Connecticut. Shippy. This is more of a marble stone. Granite for a shippy. What I call the Shroudery Cape, and when the shadow hits that at night, it looks like an eagle standing. Just a little thing with the duplicity of their artistic value. Waka, I'd say that's about 8 feet. Look at this. That's cool. It's a little memorial thing for plants. Mary Ringe, Keith. Interesting. First time we've seen that. James Keith. And right there's that symbol again I talk about. These things, people had an obsession with leaves and pillars. Yes, and if you look under there, you see the dragon tail scallop molding, as I call it. That almost has a bat looking effect. The other thing I'm wondering is, were these original ones stone and these are an exact replication, and why did they make them out of this tin stuff and not a stone? Look at the Leviathan leaf. And as you go up it, you see the breather things I talk about. See them? As it meets in the middle. Cross with leaves. And the wreath, meaning everlasting life. As we've looked up at that. I know I seen a odd fellow one over here. Jones. Alright. As we overviewed that, and everything's going as planned, and this one's going to be about a 15-footer. We're going to end it here and start another one.